Hello, fellows. We are here with the results from the first 3 days of free agency. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down this list so you can kind of get a quick idea of who signed where and for what money. Starting at the bottom, obviously, and going up to the top. Bruce Brown went to Portland. A lot of people re signed with their teams. Like Monte Day, he re signed with the reigning champion Jazz. Same with Garrison Moss, and then Wemby re-signed with the Denver Nuggets for max money. Let's take a look at who's still available. Travis Garner is the top free agent who's left. He's a restricted free agent, obviously. Same with Dwight Hammonds. Then we have Marvin Bagley, who's the best unrestricted and 80 overall. Cam Johnson, who was released, I believe, by the Suns during this period, so he's now a free agent. He wasn't before. We have Obi Toppin. Pod is restricted, still on the market. Marcus Smart, Dylan Brooks, Austin Reeves. So a few decent guys still left for people to fill out their rosters with. Let's take a look by position here, starting with point guard. I'll just scroll for a second. Shooting guards here. Garner, Izzet, Smart, Reeves. A few decent shooting guards. For small forwards, obviously Cam Johnson and Dylan Brooks are going to be the top ones. Second period of free agency is almost always just to fill out a couple role players on your roster and make sure you're up to 14 players and get ready for the season. Definitely some solid guys left though, for sure. Obi Toppin and at center Bagley, Hartenstein. Is there anyone left who's making enough money now that I can show their MLE? The top, oh, that's just center, whoops. So the top one is Hammonds, so I guess we'll try to show MLEs here. Bucks have his rights, so they still have a lot of money though, I guess. Bulls 5.57, Cavs 5.57, Celtics a lot, or at least more than 11. That's all I can really show at this point, and that's all that really should matter considering that's what the top guy wants. So the Knicks have more, Lakers 5.57, same with the Magic, same with the Mavs. Same with the Nets, same with the Nuggets, same with the Pacers. 8.47 for the Outlaws. That's a unique number. 5.57 for the Rockets. Enough money for the Spurs. 5 for the Suns. Thunder, Wolves, too much. Or enough, rather. 5 for the last two teams except for the Wizards, who have more than enough. So that's all I can really show in terms of MLEs. I'll show cap holds again. Let me sort by money. And then just scroll through these very briefly. I did input all the trades, I think. There was a couple of trades that we were holding off on until players re-signed or whatever, but I think all the trades should be in now and current. Show draft picks here. Oops. Bucks always have a lot. Hawks probably have the most in the league at this point. Cookie has been collecting this past season and was still the 4 seed. Spurs might have more than Cookie. They probably have 1 or 2 less though. Oops, Thunder. Gotta get that 2032 second shown at the bottom. And finally the Wizards. We'll take a look at everybody's finance tables. Looks like the Sixers are about 8 over, and they still have some cap holds, so really they're probably right at the cap. We might not increase the cap by very much this season because it seems like, other than, I was going to say it seems like people don't need it, but dang, Cavs. The Cavs are well into the hard cap, spending the most money I've ever seen. Almost $300 million. That's insane. They're going to need to do something about that because I don't think they're allowed to make a trade unless they lose money on the trade. Or shed money, however you want to put it. Blazers are right at the $200 million. Heat are 164. The Hornets have a little bit of room left, 3.5-ish under the cap. Your reigning champion Jazz, who kind of still need to fill out their roster, but they re-signed the important guys for sure. The Knicks, with all their crazy amount of cap holds, they might have too many players as well. Keep in mind, this is where you have to sort of check and see, hey, do I have 17 players on my roster? And if so, choose who to cut. Mavs, who acquired Jalen Duren. Nets, 30 over. Nuggets, 48 over after they just re-signed Wemby for a long time, 5 years. Definitely had some 5-year deals going out. Nick Smith Jr. also 5 years for Vegas. That's one thing that always makes draft picks valuable, is the fact that you can sign your RFAs for an additional 5 years. So it's really like 8 or 9 years that the player is on your team after they're drafted. Crazy good. Spurs with $61 million in room, they're going to be tanking again. We'll see if they can beat their record from last year. And by beat, I mean not beat. Be worse. Wolves still have around $18 million in room. I'm sure teams like the Wolves and the Spurs will definitely be looking forward to this upcoming draft class. Hopefully the game does not disappoint and it actually is the best draft class, like it should be. Wizards need to fill out their roster. They kept like all their best guys, but they need to fill it out. Also, the Blazers were well over the hard cap. I wonder if there's a way for me to show how many players are on every roster, like very quickly. I don't think there is. So you guys are just going to have to count, sadly. If there is and I'm missing it, then I'm stupid. But I think that's it for this video. I've shown free agents, MLEs, I did the trades, I showed draft picks, cap holds, and salary tables. So with that, good luck guys. Next deadline will be tomorrow night. It's a short one because there's not that much to do in free agency. And then we will get on to the next season.